Alright, everyone, it's Professor 095 back with a simple, um, Thursday stream reviews. So today, we also have like a new card thanks to card review thanks to today's episode. So it's Saturday. But we are not gonna go through that card because I think I probably would spoil the surprise. But I think by this point everybody knows the card effect. So I would say just if you may make it easier for me to just like compile it in like the next video. So just to make things easier. So to just explain the combos and whatnot, right? So technically speaking, spoiler alert. Well, not technically not spoiler alert. Just to give you a hint of what's to come. There's a new Grade 3 Captor card, and it's a retrade of an old unit that becomes a Vanguard, right? So I think if you look around, it's probably a very familiar card that all players should know. But that's not the point. The point is that I'm gonna go through with today's Thursday stream reviews, which will be going through Herminia's support for this time round, and also we are gonna explain Herminia's new skill, new Vanguard for dress up for the upcoming Lyrical Booster set 4, if I'm not mistaken. Right. Anyways, yeah, let's get straight into the news. But before that, if you do like my content, please hit like and subscribe and stay tuned for more. Alright, so anyways, what do we have here? So we have the first great one that we have is Pumpkin Bridge Libita. So she's a great one, she's a rare, and yeah, and she's pretty cute, right? Okay, it's just pretty nice. Okay, her skill is that auto rearguard. At the end of your turn, if you have 5 or more units with the powerful ability, you may return all of your rearguards in the same column as this unit to your hand, which is kind of good because it's something like Kyrie effect, something like bouncing back to your hand, so probably can avoid being retired or whatnot. So an extra hand size at the end of your turn, so which is quite nice. And powerful continuous Guardian Circle. If you have a Vanguard with Herminia and you have no cards in your soul, and this unit gets shield plus 5k, so essentially she's a 10k shield. Now, just to have a quick refresher and a quick reminder for those of you who are not very familiar with powerful, Herminia is basically one of the right lines in Grade 3 that allows her to have powerful skills, literally, pun not intended, have powerful skills, so long as you do not have a face up, so long if you don't have any like souls in your Vanguard, or depending on if you don't have any souls in your Vanguard, right? So that's it. And then after that, you have we're gonna go through Herminia later, then we go through with this one. We have Rose of Ecstasy Custodia. So she's a grade 2 and she's a double rare this time around. And just to see her, so she look at her artwork and appreciate her for a bit. So yes, apparently she's a Dragoblade, so whatever that means. Okay, when this unit is placed on Rearguard Circle, if you have a Vanguard with powerful ability, you soul last one, you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, you choose up to one card from among them with a different card name as this unit and the powerful ability, and reveal it. Call it to Rearguard Circle if it's a grade 2 or less unit, and add it to your hand. If you add it to your hand, you choose a card from your hand and discard it, then you shuffle your deck. Okay, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Powerful continuous Guardian Circle. If you have a Herminia Vanguard and you don't have any cards in your soul, this unit gets shield plus 5k. So let's go through some of the ramifications of the skill first. So the good thing about this card is that you can practically just superior call anything, any grade 2 or less card. So as long as it's not the same card. So you can call like the drive chapter means like Rally, for example. You can call Rally, you can call any of your important powerful big ones. You can even call like Libita, the previous card, for example. And you can just fill your board. You can also like soul blast out your cards for activating your powerful ability. And not to mention that if it's a grade 3, then you can add it to your hand, right? If it's a grade 3, then you can, it's like basically if it's a Herminia, then you can just add it to your hand and then you can just discard anything. If it's an older card, you can just put it into your hand and you'll be super good as well, so why not, right? And not to mention, she's also a 10k shoot, just like Nikita, right? So it's pretty good, I would say. Pretty solid support for Herminia. Yeah, you can search out all your powerful abilities too. So yeah, which is nice. Alright, last but not least, we are going to look at her Enduring Beauty Herminia. And she has a dress-up ability similar to your previous dress-ups like Fortia, Realista, etc. Right? So another dress up in the making, and so we have her and Mommy Herminia. Okay, alright. Anyways, continuous Vanguard Circle. During your battle phase, if there are 3 or more face down cards in your damage zone, you reduce the cost of the auto abilities of all your front row units with the powerful ability by Counterblast 1. So this is actually very, very solid as well, because there's a lot of powerful cards in Herminia that requires a lot of CD1s, right? So if you do notice that she kind of looks, if you look at all of the powerful abilities, everything is just consumes counterblast and whatnot, right? So, and not to mention that if you can combo with like other previous cards like Rally, for example, that requires her to have like a CD2, and not to mention she also has auto ability that allows her to drive check. So technically speaking, front row unit regards that you can try to like encapsulate their ability. You try to like take their abilities into account and just reduce their counterblast, which is kind of nice. And so the most important card we can, technically speaking, if you can combo with this one, is basically like Rally, which is the grade 2 that can drive check, right? So so that's practically what she does, just to reduce the powerful CB ability by 1, so it's quite nice as well. And second skill, powerful Auto Vanguard. If you persona rogue during this turn, you may pay this cost with CB1. So at the end of the battle that this unit attack, if you have no cards in your soul, very important for powerful abilities, you discard a card with Herminia in its card name and stand all your final rear guards with the powerful ability. So which is super nice, right? So technically speaking, you can drive check 6 times, apparently so, right? So let's see what she actually does, right? So for example, you can attack with Rally first, and then you try to reduce the CB1, so you pay CB1 for her, then she can drive check, and plus 10k, and then she gets drive check. Then you have, if you have another Rally in your another Vega circle that she's attacking, you also reduce the same CB, you know, the same counterblast. So you counterblast 1 plus 10k and 1 drive check. Then Herminia attacks. Then she drives. Use her ability. Then she just to CB1, or she can just discard a Herminia, depending on the situation. And then you just restand the front row units, and then pin drive, and then Rally does it again. And because besides Rally, it's not once per turn, so she can just like counterblast 1 more time and reduce the CB 1 more time and just like drive check again. So pretty solid for Herminia. So not only she can have restands, she has more extra drive checks at the same time. So super good this time around. I think like pretty solid. Pretty solid for Herminia. So yeah, I think she's probably like a very fun deck to try to play with. But of course, yeah, you have to get rid as your source as fast as possible with this deck, but which is kind of easy if you're playing like lyrical decks, and you just have to play like a lot of cards that has Soul Blast and powerful ability. So it's not a very hard deck to play, technically speaking, for Herminia. But yeah, I think that's about it, right? So for this time round, so Herminia is pretty solid with the recent support, thanks to Custodia and Vivita. And yeah, and she's getting more defensive, not to mention, because like Custodia gets a 5k shield, extra 5k shield, Vivita gets another extra 5k shield, and etc. So that's pretty good for this time round. So next week, Dr. Van, we have a new right line from Fennel, in which includes a total of 7 cards and 1 triple rare. That fights using Mischief. I don't know what is that supposed to referring to, but just to see that Fennel, just to quick refresher, Fennel is this this girl over here. Yeah, so new right line for her next Thursday, and that's about it. I will not get into the new card. I think I will leave it until Tuesday just for the simplicity's sake, to go through the entire topic all at once. But yeah, I think that's all for today's video. It's pretty short, nothing too fancy, but I would say that Herminia is pretty solid enough on her own thanks to the support and with all of the restands, drive tracks, etc. Right, so that's the whole solid part there, and yeah, I think that I'll end the video right here right now. So if you have any other I'll let you know questions, or if you wish comments on something, how do you feel about Herminia? If I have any other mistakes, you can point it out, or yeah, kindly put down in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys on the next video, which is on Tuesday or Wednesday. By the way, I'm on a trip next week, so I'm not sure if I'm able to make a video on time, but I'll try my best. Alright, so I think that's all it from me. I'll see you guys on the next video, and this has been Professor Zunai.